Hey guys, over the last 4, maybe 5 weeks, a number of people that I know have passed away, and it got me thinking about a lot of stuff. I attended a funeral this past weekend for a family friend she was only 48 years old, and she passed away, leaving behind 3 kids. Um, and so I wanted to repost this video. Now, the video that you're getting ready to see is an old video. I was trying to get around the censorship of YouTube because they eventually took my channel offline because of some of the things I was talking about. So in this video, I will be speaking in innuendos. I will be splicing and cutting a lot of stuff out. So you guys gonna have to read between the lines of what I'm saying and what I'm getting at. I will not be overt in the video. So you guys, again, going to have to read between the lines of what I'm getting at. I hope you enjoy the video. I have a lot of old videos that I will start reposting. So if you just see multiple videos in one day, it's just me just trying to upload this stuff as soon as possible. All right, enjoy the video. God bless to you and your family.
And so this new term, sudden adult death syndrome, come on, that's a joke, right? So what people should be paying attention to, Dr. Gina, is there is no stopping condition, right? We have no oversight bodies. We have no agencies anymore. Everything seems to have collapsed into silence, including our Congress. There's no body that is assessing dangers, is investigating this. It is obviously a very widespread worldwide collusion of death and destruction. I know it sounds hyperbolic and it sounds a little, tinfoil hat-ish, but maybe all of you should be asking, why are the companies not apologizing? Why are they not speaking to protect themselves? Why is Congress silent? Why are your previous agencies of oversight, like the FDA and the CDC and the NIH, saying, oh my gosh, healthy adults are dropping dead? The obvious answer is that people are dying faster and faster.
Hey YouTube world, harvest is plenty. Hope all is well. Thanks for stopping by. Go ahead and click the thumbs up button for me and like this video. Also, if you're not a subscriber, please consider becoming one. So this video here is a follow-up to my previous video. It was titled Health Alert. So if you didn't get a chance to see it, please go back and take a look at that. And the million-dollar question still remains, why are so many young people dying suddenly? That's the million-dollar question. And when you look at the WHO, which is the World Health Organization, the CDC, the FDA, they're not addressing these issues. And people should start asking why. Why are they not addressing these issues? Why are they overlooking it, or why are they staying silent on these issues? This is a headline from the Euro Weekly. It's dated June 8th, 2022. It says, doctors baffled by sudden adult death syndrome in healthy young people. And young people are dying, and they're dying at an alarming rate. And a lot of them are dying from heart attacks or cardiac arrest. Now, what has changed over the last year or two that will cause an increase in cardiac arrest? Check this out.
But what I don't, get, this was a headline in Euro Weekly. Doctors baffled by increase in sudden adult death syndrome. I mean, are they that stupid? What they must know, surely.
Yes, I don't think that they're stupid. I think that they think we are stupid. And I mean, they're kind of right. I mean, sudden adult death syndrome, really? This is basically the new one. We had a couple of months ago, right, when it was Christmas, they said, oh, there are a lot of people dying from heart attacks, and it might be because of the Christmas trees in your house. I've seen headlines where they said, oh, it's climate change that now causes all of these heart attacks. I've seen post-pandemic stress disorder is causing heart attacks. These people are laughing at us. they think that we're stupid. And, you know, the thing is that I understand that a lot of people have trouble saying these things because, as you said, they will come after you when you try and uncover the truth. And also, it's very hard to speak out about the truth and say, hey, maybe we should call a spade here, and 2 + 2 is 4.
So there it is. It was strange. It is strange. It is strange. It is strange. Something has been introduced into the mix that is causing young, healthy people to suffer and die from cardiac arrest. Not to mention the increase in strokes, infertility, Bell palsy, a whole number of other things that's starting to happen worldwide, not just in America. Let's take a look at some of these headlines. Here's a headline from the Daily Mail. And it says this: healthy young people are dying suddenly and unexpectedly from a mysterious syndrome as doctors seek answers through a new national register. And Australia, Ireland, and Dublin. Here's a picture of a young lady in Dublin, 31 years old. Catherine Keane died in her sleep while living with 2 friends in Dublin. Young lady went to sleep, didn't wake up the next day. She didn't come down for breakfast, and they were trying to figure out why. And of course, they're not releasing the cause of death, but she was healthy, had no history of stuff, and she died unexpectedly. Here's another headline right here. It says, young people dying in their sleep is now happening on a regular basis. I wonder why. And I know the pain runs deep for people who have lost loved ones, and I'm really sorry. So you guys have my deepest sympathy and condolences if you lost somebody unexpectedly recently. It says here, cried in ocean. X Factor star Tom Mann left heartbroken following sudden death of his fiancée, 34, on their wedding day. The lady holding a little baby. This goes on to say here, heartbreak as X Factor star Tom Mann's partner, Danny Hampson, dies on wedding day. Is it just coincidence that news articles regarding premature deaths never mention the cause these days? They always used to. So they didn't want to list the cause. But again, she died as well in her sleep on her wedding day. In her sleep, age 34. Look at this from the World Tribune. The new normal. Healthy young people dying suddenly. That's the World Tribune. That's dated June 28, 2022. Another article. What is SADS? Healthy young people dying from sudden adult death syndrome. The heartbroken mother of a fit and healthy 31-year-old who died suddenly in her sleep has issued an urgent plea to young people. Now, I know someone is going to say, well, SADS, or sudden adult death syndrome, is nothing new. It's been around since the early 1990s. That is true. You are correct. However, what is different today is the alarming pace or the spike in those types of deaths since 2021. If you watch my previous video, Health Alert, you can see that everything is spiking. Strokes, heart attacks, infertility, Bell palsy, aggressive cancers, childbirth deformity, everything is spiking. Record death payouts by insurance companies, all that's taken place since 2021. So what was new since 2021 that has been introduced to the population or to the mix? Another article. And it's even affecting athletes. I mean, you're talking healthy people, athletes. It says here, 769 athletes collapsed this year during competition. What's going on? One American News Network reported that from March of 2021 to March of 2022, more than 769 athletes collapsed during a game. The average age of the athletes who suffered cardiac arrest is just 23 years old. Now, let me ask you a question. What would cause fit and healthy athletes who average age is 23 to suffer cardiac arrest and collapse during games? Well, I guess again, some people can say, well, just physical exertion. They push themselves beyond their limit. But this is a record, 769 athletes in 1 year, from March of 2021 to March of 2022, collapsing, doing a game. Some of them, unfortunately, passed away. And for those who may say, well, maybe they had a history of that, in their bloodline, a history of heart attacks, heart disease, whatever the case may be. Well, a study was done, and here's what it says. 4 out of 5 athletes who died suddenly had no symptoms or family history of heart disease. We're talking fit and young people like this young lady right here. Healthy, fit, who no history, no symptoms, and no family history of heart disease or anything like that, passing out right in the middle of games, or dying young and unexpectedly. So the $1 million question is, what is causing that? How come the CDC, the WHO, the FDA is silent on that? Even this guy, what is that? Edward Down. He was a fund manager for BlackRock. BlackRock was like the largest money manager on the planet. And this guy, he spoke about it, and he also spoke about the athletes. Now, there's more and more information that's starting to come out. But as Dr. Kelly Victory said, and as the young lady said earlier in the video, that when you start talking about the truth, they will come after you and they will try to silence you. The 3 doctors who put their life and their career on the line, they even signed an affidavit that the information was correct. Instead of being held as heroes, they're being held as whistleblowers. So I don't know. But check this out.
I didn't personally take the jab primarily because I knew 2 things. Operation Warp Anything sounded like a disaster. Anytime you rush something, there's going to be corners cut. The drug was experimental because it normally, and the second thing I knew is it normally takes 7 to 10 years for safety data to be effective. So with those 2 things, I just said, I'll wait and watch. That's all I knew at the time. Then around May, June, July of last year, we started hearing all the anecdotes, all the studies started coming in, the side effects, the deaths, the athletes dropping. You wouldn't find this on mainstream media. I'm an avid Twitter follower because I'm an investor, so I look for alternative sources of information. I've always been a seeker of the truth and information to make money for my clients back when I was at BlackRock and now for myself. So I was on the side effects early. I saw the VAERS database, and so I was very suspicious. Then around November, a friend of mine in the biotech industry pointed out to me that the all-cause mortality endpoint had been missed by Pfizer in the original clinical trial. And I said, whoa, what? I didn't hear that.
Now, even though the corporate media is totally obsessed with the January 6th committee's sham show trial, they'd like for you to be distracted by it, too. They'd like for me to be distracted by it. But we're not going to ignore the fact that perfectly healthy people are dropping dead for no reason. Doctors are calling it sudden adult death syndrome, and this is something that they've come across, they've created since about the beginning of last year. You can see the numbers of athletes who've died and how it skyrockets right after something happened at the beginning of last year. Whatever could that be? I don't know. But it's not just athletes. It's children. It's perfectly healthy teens and young adults and 30-year-olds. I think Dr. Jane Ruby knows, and she joins us now. Dr. Ruby, great to see you. The videos of athletes collapsing on the field are all over social media. I've even heard of a friend of a friend's 11-year-old daughter dropped dead yesterday of a stroke. Dr. Ruby, do 11-year-olds have strokes?
Dr. Gino, we're seeing a massive cover-up. I think it's pretty clear to everyone, especially after the DMED data. The Defense Military Epidemiology database was released in January by the 3 DoD whistleblowers. No, children do not have heart attacks and strokes. Healthy adults do not have heart attacks and strokes. I mean, all-cause mortality is up according to a number of insurance companies. Elite athletes, we'd have maybe 5 a year in worldwide, and now we're over 300 for 2021 alone. It's absurd. I don't know what more it's going to take people to understand that.
Again, as I said, things that make you go, And so I will continue to pray for you guys. You guys pray for each other. You guys pray for me and mine. This is some scary stuff, but it's real, and it needs to be talked about because people need to understand what's going on. Even though the media and some of our government agencies are staying quiet on it, I want to share it with you guys, to bring awareness to this issue. I'm going to leave you guys with One America. One America is a financial advisory firm. They also deal with insurance. The CEO, Scott Davison, he's going to give you guys some information of what he's seen. Now, this guy, One America, has been around since around like 1920 or something like that. They've been around for a long time, right? They have around $29 billion in assets. And so they're not a fly-by-night company. And this guy, he's also seeing an alarming increase in death payouts and other things going on since 2021. And he's like, it's just crazy. He's never seen anything like it. And he's speaking out. He's the CEO today of a company that deals in insurance. So I'll leave you with him. And until my next video, guys, thank you. Take care, and God bless to you and your family.
And we are seeing right now the highest death rates we have ever seen in the history of this business, not just at One America. The data is consistent across every player in that business. Now, this is primarily working age people, 18 to 64, that are in employers like all the employers on the screen here. And what we saw just in third quarter, we're seeing it continue into fourth quarter, is that death rates are up 40% over what they were pre-pandemic. Now, just to give you an idea of how bad that is, a 3 sigma or a 1 in 200 year catastrophe would be 10% increase over pre-pandemic. So 40% is just unheard of.